Hi there, my name is David Chambers. I'm the Rugby Development Officer at Queen's University. Just quickly want to show you a presentation today on our academic support through the Jack Kyle Rugby Academy that could be on offer to you if you study at Queen's University. So whether you're a male or female player and you're talented at rugby, you're coming here to study, maybe you're currently already at Queen's but you don't play with Queen's Rugby, well, then there's an opportunity for you to get some academic support. I just want to show you a presentation, take you through a few things, and hopefully that'll give you a little bit more information as well as my contact information if you have any further questions after this presentation. If I could just get this up. Okay, so the Academy, what is it? It's to support you in your academics, so to make you excel on the pitch and off the pitch. Okay, there's lots of different facets to that, which I'll go through with you. But the main thing is that you get your balance right while studying at Queen's, that one thing doesn't overtake. And the main thing is the flexibility we can offer in your studies to also do really good things at rugby, whether that be just play for Queen's and be a starter in the All-Ireland League, or to do something with representative rugby to push you on to a higher level with Ulster or Ireland. Okay, so why is Queen's Rugby different? We think it's unique in the style we play, getting to play with guys at the same stage of life as you, getting to play university rugby against other universities across Ireland, UCC, Trinity, UCD. These are unique games that you'll get to play and get to make friends for life, really. And it's an extension of schools rugby, and in the way that you're getting to play with players that maybe you've played against a couple of years back in schools rugby or rep rugby underage. Maybe you've played with them, and we do find that a lot of players love playing at Queen's because of that environment where they get back with some of their friends from their school or from other schools they've played against, and that's what makes it really unique in that way. I want to show you a quick clip about Ian Henderson, current Ulster captain, and his time at Queen's, and a little bit about his story. And also you'll get to see some of the facilities up the dub we'll have there, the gym and the arena pitch. So you can get a look at that.
Throughout my school time, I didn't really excel in rugby that much. I did well within my school, but it was only after school I kind of sort of became a realisation to me that I potentially could fulfil my dreams and play for Ulster and Ireland. Playing rugby at Queen's is almost like an extension of schools rugby because it's a student club. There's an element of social life, and I think making friends and playing with your friends week in, week out was massive for me, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. I suppose it's kind of just really good memories for me that kind of the Queens have created.
Okay, so that's good. And what Ian's talking about there is really important. You're making friends for life. You've seen there are a lot of different club colours and logos and school crests. And I suppose the Queen's is just a collection of rugby players from all over Ulster. And really, while you're at Queen's, you are also representing that school or club that you came from, your home school or club. But collectively, you're playing the Queen's way. But really, the great thing is also after 4 years or whatever it is, a lot of these players will graduate and move on. They move back to their home club. And we believe they move back a better player and better person as well for the experiences they share at Queen's. So that's really important. So the Rugby Academy, the pathway, okay. There's 3 tiers to that. There's a sub-academy where you come in, you'll still receive a lot of the support, but in terms of end of year stipends and things like that, that wouldn't be on offer, but definitely the services and level of support are still there. I'll show you that briefly on the next slide. But that's something I would like to discuss with any individuals that have any questions on this. The academy is what we'll talk about. Is where a main entry point for someone, a talented rugby player, and whether male or female, coming into the system. And that's really our main squad there. We have a few EAPs. What that means is elite athlete programs. So somebody that excels at the academy level, they're playing really well for Queens. They're maybe also pushing really hard with representative squads, if that's Ulster Ravens, if it's Ulster ladies, the senior squad with the women there, or maybe Irish Sevens, etc. So that's a higher level of support in terms of the services we offer, and also scholarship support. The elite athlete would be a higher tier in the amount that you would get on a year-end stipend. So to look at criteria, men's rugby. So if you've excelled at the schools cup level, I know for this year that's not really applicable just because the lack of schools cup. But if you were in the senior squad or would have been the senior squad, maybe Ulster age grade rep at one stage or on the radar for that. And the main one there for us is a player of great potential, and that's referenced by a school or club coach or also coach that we'll speak to. Anyway, so if you're applying for the scholarship support, it's important you put your reference down as a club or school coach or someone who knows you really well. The ladies side of it, and the female side of rugby, same thing at schools and club underage rugby. If you've excelled at that, maybe you're provincial under 18 at the pros with Ulster, and a player of great potential, again, reference to school, club, or national coach. So, I suppose for us, the reference is really important, people we speak to, and sort of to find out your level and how good you are as a player. That's important for us. It's not a be-all, end-all that you represent provincial, but if we see you someone with the potential to be really good for Queens or represent the provincial, then we'll bring you in on our pathway. So what services can we offer anybody in the academy? The main thing is the medical and physio support. So above what the club physio already have, there's a partnership with Kingsbridge, the PEC. PEC it's a physical education centre there in Stranmillis, you may already be aware of. So they're housed in-house. So any additional physio support or medical support you may need, that can be provided there by the staff at Kingsbridge. The main one for me really is academic plan and flexibility. There's a policy within the university that means that if you, because of rugby, if you've missed a class or an exam or something needs changed or amended, we can work with the head of your school and your head tutors there to try and make another plan for you. Okay, so an academic plan. So, you may come to me at the start of the month or as far back as you can and say, look, I'm going to miss this, or this class is clashing with training here. Can we do something about it? And I would plan that with you, and we'll speak to your tutors. And through the policy, the flexibility, academic policy of Queen's, we're able to do that for you. There's a few other things. So coach and leadership development. So there's opportunities to maybe do a little bit of coaching at times with our outreach programs we do in Queen's Sport. Performance analysis now with Huddle, which I'm sure some of you already be aware of. S&C support is led by Mike McGurn, very experienced head of S&C at Queen's. You get full S&C support there, whatever you need. The main three at the bottom there, we can discuss all of these when I speak individually. The main three, I suppose, as well, that people are looking at would be a financial bursary. These go in tiers at the end of the year, depending on how well you've done, and that takes into account a lot of things. So how well you're doing academically, first and foremost, attending S&C, progressing on the pitch. There's a lot of things taken into consideration there by the panel. You get full membership in the PEC in Stranmillis, I've already talked about, and Adidas Academy clothing as well will be included in that. Okay, so you look the part. Okay, what do we expect of you? How does the academy relate to the rugby club? Really, you would set the standard on and off the pitch for everyone at the rugby club. The academy group are seen and should be seen as the future and the next leader and the next captains at Queen's. And people that are going to set the standards for everyone else. Okay, this next video is really just it was filmed on our 150th year celebrations. It takes in a little bit of stories about the current men's captain, Diane's there, the previous ladies captain, current player, and a few other alumni, and just what Queen's Rugby means to them. Okay, so it gives you a quick insight into Queen's Rugby and really the big story with it, and the legacy it holds at over 150 years old now as a club. So here we go.
I've made a lot of friends at Queen's, and friends for life. I know that playing with guys that are similar age to you, that are going through the same period of life, and just willing to come out and enjoy the rugby as much as they possibly can, really makes the bond strong. It's been brilliant, and I've loved every minute of it.
Playing rugby at Queen's just is like a different experience than I think you could get in any other club. And I graduated just in July there past, but I still hope to play for Queen's as an alumni for a couple more years, because it's so different to any other club atmosphere that I've ever seen or been a part of, and I just love it.
Great experience, something I'm very proud of. The 5 years I spent here, we played some of the best rugby that I did, and some of the best friends that still endure to this day. And I think it's an experience that I would want for future generations. I'm fortunate my 2 sons have played here and enjoyed their time here at Queen's.
It's part of my life, part of my DNA. And I keep saying it's because we've got the balance right between participation and performance. I love Queen's Rugby. I love all about it.
Okay, so hopefully that gives you an insight into other people's views and experiences of Queen's. There's a lot of stories to tell, but I think the theme there is that, as David Whitten said, it's friends for life. It's a place where you get the balance of participation and performance, and somewhere for everyone to play. And you really do get a feel of that. But I suppose to sum up what we're saying here today is that if you're coming here to study at Queen's, there is additional support for you, okay, through your rugby academy. And we would love you to apply for that now, and even if you need to contact me and for any questions you have about even next year or the next couple of years, you're thinking about it, and then feel free to do so. So the applications are open. We're asking everyone to apply for the highest tier, which is the EAP that we've talked about. You can do that through the Queen's Performance website, which is queensperformancesport.net, or even just search Queen's Performance Sport, and you'll find that, and the application is there. Okay, so thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please drop me an email. It's probably the best way. Even message us on Instagram, direct message, or Facebook, and I pick that up somewhere along the line. Someone will give me a shout, or if you don't, take note of that email, d.chambers@qub.ac.uk. I'd be very keen to speak to you. Any questions you have on any of this, anything to do around Queen's Rugby or the Rugby Academy, yep, it'd be great to speak to you. So thanks for watching.